There's this one simple habit that can totally change how people see you, both in your personal life and at work. It's incredibly powerful, but it's also something we overlook all the time. And it all starts with just one sound. So let's get into it. So I want to start by asking you a question. What do you think is the single most important sound to any person in any language? Is it maybe laughter, a favorite song, the word yes? What do you think? Well, according to the legendary Dale Carnegie, the answer is actually a person's own name. He called it the sweetest and most important sound in any language. And believe it or not, this one little idea is the bedrock of one of the most powerful principles in all of human relations. But this is about so much more than just being polite. Hearing our name, well, it's about recognizing who we are at our very core. And that's really the magic of it, isn't it? When you remember and use someone's name, you're sending this powerful, unspoken message. You're basically saying, I see you. You matter. It's this simple act of validation that can build an instant, genuine connection. Okay, so let's dig into the psychology here for a minute. Why does this one simple act carry so much weight? I mean, what's really happening in our brains when we hear our own name? Think about it. A name is the one label we carry with us our entire lives. It's tied directly to our identity, our individuality, and yeah, even our self-worth. It's the verbal shorthand for everything we are. So when someone uses it, they're not just saying a word, they're acknowledging our entire being. And the contrast here is what's so wild. The stakes are actually higher than we realize. Forgetting a name, even if it's an honest mistake, can signal that you're just not interested, or worse, that you think the person isn't important. But remembering it, that sends the exact opposite message. It communicates genuine interest, respect, and proves you are actually paying attention. Now, I know what a lot of you are probably thinking. I'm just terrible with names. But here's the good news. That's a myth. Remembering names isn't some magical talent you're born with. It's a skill, and it's a skill anyone can build. And this right here is the key insight. People who are good with names aren't special. They've just made a decision that it's important, and they put in a little bit of conscious effort. It's a choice, not some kind of superpower. So here's a simple little toolkit, straight from Carnegie's playbook. When you meet someone, the first thing you do is say their name back to them. Nice to meet you, Sarah. Then, try to connect their name to something, a visual, a rhyme, anything that helps. If you can, jot it down later on your phone. And finally, make sure you use their name one more time before you part ways. That really helps lock it in. So what's the big payoff for doing all this? Well, this is how you turn a totally impersonal interaction into an influential one. Just look at this comparison for a second. Hey, how are you? Versus, hey, Jonathan, how are you? The words are almost identical, right? But the feeling is completely different. One is generic, it could be for anyone. The other is personal. That one simple addition makes Jonathan feel seen and valued. And here's the bottom line. Personal recognition is basically a gateway to influence. When people feel like you actually see them, their guard comes down. They listen more intently, they feel more comfortable around you, and they are way more willing to trust you and cooperate with you. And this works everywhere, in sales and leadership and just in your everyday life. Okay, so how do we make this an automatic habit? Here's a super simple practice you can start using like today. It really boils down to 3 simple steps. First, focus. For that 1 second when you hear their name, just listen. Don't be thinking about what you're going to say next. Second, repeat their name. Just find a natural way to say it in the conversation. And third, use it again when you say goodbye. It was great talking with you, Maria. Focus, repeat, use. That's the whole habit right there. So as we wrap this up, I want you to remember this one thing. A name is not just a word. We tend to treat them like these simple labels we have to memorize, but they are so much more than that. A name is the sound of a person's identity. And when you make that small bit of effort to remember and use it, you give them a really powerful gift, the feeling of being important, of being seen and being respected. And in a world where so many people feel overlooked, that might just be one of the most valuable gifts you can possibly give.